Whenever you take a delicious sip, have you ever had the feeling that you are moving in the wrong direction? Prevent yourself from consuming anything that has a sweet flavor if you have diabetes. You have undoubtedly been warned about this numerous times. However, what if that piece of advice was just partially accurate? In the present day, an unexpected event is flipping all that medical professionals believed they knew upside down. Interestingly, it has been discovered that 2 naturally sweet teas, yes, teas with genuine sweetness, are exhibiting remarkable effects in terms of managing blood sugar levels. In addition to the fact that they are not manufactured, they are not hazardous, and they are not at all what you were instructed to avoid. Recent studies conducted in the United States have demonstrated that the appropriate amount of natural sweetness that may be found in these teas can actually assist in maintaining stable glucose levels and even lowering insulin resistance. These teas are now being recommended with complete assurance by medical professionals who previously advised their patients to steer clear of anything sweet. Not only do they have an incredible flavor, but they are also very simple to locate, and they are very inexpensive in the grocery store, which means that they can easily be incorporated into your daily routine. To ensure that more individuals who are dealing with diabetes are able to see this video, please click the like button before I proceed to show you the specific teas that are being discussed. In this community, no one goes through this path alone. Have you ever taken a moment to relax with a cup of peppermint tea while it was still afternoon? The mere aroma of it has the power to evoke recollections of tranquil evenings and warm and inviting kitchens. But peppermint tea isn't only about comfort. It can also be one of the best kept secrets for those who have diabetes. This is especially true if you are over the age of 60 and are struggling with those nagging small aches that tend to appear more frequently. When you have a stomach that is feeling weird, peppermint tea is one of my favorite beverages because of how quickly it helps. In the case of bloating, gas, or delayed digestion, which are common issues among the elderly population, peppermint tea is an excellent remedy. Extremely after heavier meals, it helps calm your stomach and keeps things moving, which is extremely beneficial. Absolutely nothing special, just a cup of tea to calm you down. Now, if you have been experiencing some pressure in your lower back, or even that dull pain in your joints, particularly after walking or performing chores, here is something that you might find fascinating. According to a number of elderly people, drinking peppermint tea can assist relieve moderate joint soreness and muscle stress. Naturally, it does not alleviate the symptoms of arthritis, but it does make those long days a little bit more bearable. One more advantage: peppermint tea is inherently sweet, but not in the sense that sugary beverages are sweet. Instead, it has a sweetness that is fresh and minty, and it makes you feel rejuvenated without causing your blood sugar to spike. Because it does not contain caffeine, you can consume it whenever you want, including right before going to bed, without having to worry about staying awake all night. I would like to ask you a question. To what extent have you been experiencing headaches or pressure around your temples when you wake up? In the morning, a cup of peppermint tea that is warm can truly assist alleviate those headaches that are not too severe. It provides you with a mild lift and alleviates the tension in the muscles that surround your head and neck, all without the need for any medicines. Now, here's a helpful hint. Bring a kettle of water to a boil. Add a peppermint tea bag or a few fresh mint leaves and allow it to simmer for approximately 10 minutes. After that, sit by the window and take your time enjoying the beverage. You, your cup, and nothing else. No phone, no television. Allow yourself to be sprayed with steam. More healing is involved than most people realize. Many elderly people have also observed that drinking peppermint tea helps them maintain mental clarity. You are probably familiar with those mornings when you wake up feeling as though your brain is still asleep. This tea has the ability to softly wake you up in the morning. Unlike coffee, it won't make you feel jittery for long. The process is more analogous to clearing the fog from your glasses. My greatest appreciation is for the fact that peppermint tea is not difficult to locate. It is not necessary for you to go to a posh health store or spend a significant amount of money. You can get a good brand at any grocery shop, and some of them even sell organic varieties that have a flavor that is reminiscent of freshness. The next time you go out, just be sure to look in the tea aisle. Next, let's talk about the desire to eat. Consuming peppermint tea after dinner might really assist in reducing the urge for sweets, which can be a significant challenge when dealing with sugar cravings, particularly in the evening after supper. Through this method, your brain is tricked into feeling full without the need to go for ice cream or cookies. A number of people also take pleasure in the cold. In the morning, make a large pot of coffee, allow it to cool, and then store it in the refrigerator. If you add a few slices of lemon to your iced tea, you will get a refreshing beverage that is ideal for having on warm afternoons. Even though there is no sugar required, it seems like a sweet treat. If your legs or feet become swollen during the day, drinking peppermint tea may also be of some use to you in this regard. The natural anti-inflammatory activity of this substance can help alleviate the puffy feeling, particularly if you have been standing for a considerable amount of time. There is a footrest and a nice cup of coffee. That is a combination that is really therapeutic. If you have sinus pressure or a stuffy nose, it is also an excellent remedy for you. Simply inhaling the scent can help get your airways more open. It's not even necessary for you to consume it. Simply taking a deep breath of the steam can provide you with some relief. It is a straightforward home treatment that has been utilized for many years, and I have been experiencing some anxiety as of late. You are not the only one. A significant number of elderly people experience stress, even if they choose not to discuss it. When we get started, I would really appreciate it if you could tell me where you are coming from today. Leave a remark below, and if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask them. In addition, make sure you click the subscribe button and adjust your alert settings so that you are never left out of Senior Health's most helpful health advice. And if you are watching it this very now, I want to know that you are agreeing with me. Leave a comment with a 1 if you feel that this video resonates with you. In the event that not, type 0. Tea made with peppermint provides a relaxing effect that is similar to receiving a warm hug. It is not going to fix everything, but it will certainly make it easier for you to breathe easily. One other thing. Have you ever sipped a cup of tea and had the tension in your entire body simply melt away? After a hard day, drinking peppermint tea can help you feel this way. Taking off your shoes and putting your feet up is the equivalent of doing this. The value of that brief pause for tranquility cannot be overstated. After lunch is one of the greatest times to drink peppermint tea because it has a refreshing flavor. In particular, it is beneficial for digestion, particularly after consuming something more substantial, such as meat or pasta. That feeling of being drowsy is eliminated, and it is much simpler to go through the rest of the day on account of this. Want to give it a little bit more of a unique touch? In your peppermint tea, you might want to try adding a cinnamon stick. This not only offers an additional layer of health advantages, particularly with regard to blood sugar, but it also gives it a homey twist. Just place the stick in your mug and let it steep for a while you take pleasure in the aroma. Additionally, if you want to give yourself a light pick-me-up in the morning, you can combine peppermint tea with green tea. It enhances flavor without imparting a harsh taste and makes your system more alert without putting undue strain on your heart. It is ideal for those mornings that begin with a more relaxed and leisurely pace. Why not cultivate your own mint if you are someone who takes pleasure in attending to gardening? Planting it in a container, even on a windowsill, is a very simple process. To create fresh tea, you need only water it on a regular basis and pluck a few leaves anytime you wish to prepare it. Additionally, the aroma is indescribable. Peppermint tea packets are something that a few of the elderly people I know like to keep in their purses or glove boxes. In this way, they will always have a reassuring choice available to them, regardless of whether they are traveling or at the home of a friend. Requesting hot water is all that is required of you. Also, if you ever get indigestion at night, which is characterized by a tight and burning sensation after dinner, peppermint tea can be of great assistance. In order to calm your system, take it carefully while sitting up in bed and let it settle in. One may compare it to a soothing bedtime story for your tummy. If you're trying to maintain a healthy weight, peppermint tea can be an ally that is beneficial to you. In addition to the fact that it does not include any calories or sugar, it also aids in digestion, which can make you feel lighter and more comfortable throughout the day. Making it a habit is important for a number of reasons. Even if you only drink 1 cup of coffee every day, the consumption of coffee itself will contribute to your recovery. The time you give yourself that small break, that little breath, is more important than most people think. It is not just about the tea, it is about the moment you give yourself that tiny respite. A peppermint tea foot soak is a popular choice among certain individuals. Bring the tea to a boil, allow it to cool for a short period. Then pour it into a basin and soak your feet in it as you go about your day. It has a positive effect on circulation and feels wonderful after a long day of standing or walking great distances. Honey and peppermint are a great combination. But if you have diabetes, you should take it easy with the honey. Even a very small amount, or none at all, can still have a delightful flavor. Allow the mint to flourish. After a while, you will discover that you don't even miss the additional sweetness about it. According to a number of older citizens that I have spoken with, once they began incorporating peppermint tea into their daily routine, they saw an improvement in their digestion, a decrease in their cravings, and an overall sense of calmness. In the same way that brushing your teeth becomes a part of your routine, you don't want to skip it because it becomes that routine. Therefore, if you have been experiencing some unsettling feelings, or if you are simply looking for a straightforward way to support your health, peppermint tea can be exactly what you require. It is not miraculous, but it is mild, dependable, and has endured the test of time. And there are moments when they are even better. I would want to know whether you have ever had peppermint tea before. Please take a time to share your thoughts with me in the comments section before we move on to the next drink. To let me know that you are traveling with me on this adventure, type the word peppermint. Every comment is read, and I would be very interested in hearing your tale. Please allow me to share a little secret with you that more people ought to be aware of. A cup of fennel tea is like giving your internal organs a hot hug. Even though it is not the most well-known tea in the world, it is undeniably one of the most soothing beverages, particularly for those of us over the age of 60 who struggle with issues such as bloating, cramping, or digesting food slowly. When it comes to how your stomach feels after a meal, even just one cup can make a significant difference. You are familiar with those unpleasant evenings when your stomach feels full and tight at the same time. The calming effects of fennel tea are noticeable. Since the beginning of time, it has been utilized as a moderate digestive aid. It's the kind of tea that your granny most likely relied on. It is not extravagant or trendy, rather, it is straightforward and calming. And there are times when that is precisely what we require. The idea that fennel tea will alleviate gas and the bubbling sensation that occurs in the belly is one of the most frequently mentioned things that I hear from senior citizens. In the event that you consume a bit more than you should, or that something does not sit quite right, fennel is there to soothe the storm. It is like to a kind companion encouraging your body to unwind and let go of tension. Additionally, it is helpful for those sharp, tiny stomach pains that can make an appearance from time to time. To be clear, they are not dangerous jabs. Rather, they are the unpleasant ones that arrive after meals, or when you are feeling pressured. Fennel tea has the ability to make those moments more bearable, allowing you to take deeper breaths and sit in a more comfortable position. In addition to its flavor, fennel tea is one of my favorite beverages. Natural sweetness, similar to that of licorice but less intense. There is no need to add sugar, which is wonderful news for anyone who is concerned about managing their diabetes. This satisfies your craving for something sweet without causing any disruption to your blood sugar levels. Isn't that a lovely reward? Fennel tea has the ability to gently get things flowing again if you suffer from constipation, which is something that a lot of people who are older do, if we are being honest. You won't notice it all of a sudden, like a laxative would. In its place, it promotes regularity in a manner that is unobtrusive and organic. A cup of coffee late at night can do wonders for you in the morning. In addition, if you suffer from irritable bowel syndrome or digestive issues, fennel tea is an excellent companion. It does not cause discomfort in the stomach. In point of fact, a lot of individuals claim that it helps soothe those little gut flares when everything else seems to make things worse, and that alone can be enough to assist. Have you ever felt a tightness around your chest after you ate? In some cases, the problem is simply pressure or trapped gas. That can also be alleviated by drinking a cup of fennel tea after a meal that is warm. Not only does it calm things down, but it also makes it simpler to breathe deeply once more. When women, in particular, are going through periods of hormonal transition, fennel tea is an excellent beverage to drink. It is helpful for some people in relieving moderate cramps and even hot flashes. As a result, it provides warmth to the body. And while we are experiencing feelings of disorientation, warmth is frequently exactly what we require. Let us now discuss the topic of sleep. It is possible that drinking fennel tea will assist you in falling asleep more quickly if you have been having trouble falling asleep, particularly after dinner or when your stomach is feeling unpleasant. Although it does not put you to sleep, It helps quiet your system, which, in turn, makes going to bed feel more secure and pleasant. It is possible that you might like to give this a shot. You should take a moment after supper to bring some water to a boil, then add fennel seeds or a tea bag to the water, and then sit quietly while the water steeps. Taking just the aroma into consideration, it is reassuring, much like a soft breeze that has a hint of sweetness. Then, take a few calm, deliberate sips and allow the warmth to carry you into the evening. Another unexpected advantage is that fennel tea has the ability to brighten your breath. It is true that fennel has the ability to naturally cleanse the palate, especially if you have consumed garlic, onions, or anything else that leaves a strong aftertaste. It is a combination of a coffee and a breath mint. If you think it would be beneficial, you can even produce a more potent version of it and use it as a mouth rinse. If you want to chill it down, just swish it for 30 seconds. It is a natural treatment that does not cause any discomfort and is safe enough to be used frequently, making it ideal for elderly people who have gums that are sensitive. In addition, fennel is recognized to assist in the reduction of water retention. If you have swelling in your hands, feet, or ankles during the day, drinking fennel tea on a regular basis will help your body flush out the excess fluid in a gentle manner. Although it is not a major issue, the insignificant details might mount up over time. Is it common for you to experience a feeling of heaviness and lethargy after lunch, particularly on days when the temperature is high and your energy levels are low? It is helpful to combat the lunchtime slump with fennel tea. It provides you with a light boost that will get you moving again, giving you a gentle push without the use of caffeine. Here is a good recipe to try. After bringing 2 cups of water to a boil, add 1 teaspoon of fennel seeds and allow the mixture to simmer for 10 minutes. Filter it and drink it. In order to make it more refreshing, you can chill it in the refrigerator and then add a slice of cucumber or a sprig of mint to it. It has a revitalizing effect and is very beneficial to digestion. Should you ever find yourself feeling a little queasy or nauseated after eating, fennel tea could be the perfect remedy for you. It is common for elderly people who take medication to experience nausea. The addition of fennel to the mixture can help settle the stomach without the need for additional tablets. There are also elderly folks who claim that drinking fennel tea helps them better control their blood sugar levels, particularly when it is combined with nutritious meals. If you drink it on a regular basis, you might find that your blood sugar levels remain more steady throughout the day. However, it does not function in the same way as medicine does. When people drink fennel tea in between meals, it is not unusual for them to experience a reduction in their feelings of hunger. This soft and sweet taste helps you feel satisfied for a longer period of time, which can lead to healthier choices when it comes to snacking, which is beneficial for both your blood sugar and your weight balance. You are not required to purchase anything that is of high cost. In addition to being inexpensive, a tiny bag of fennel seeds can be used for a considerable amount of time. Any neighborhood retailer, including Walmart and Target, is a good place to look for them. Even on a limited budget, it is simple to maintain this wellness routine. You are aware of the fact that our bodies get more sensitive as time passes. Tea made with fennel is gentle on the digestive system. There is no caffeine, and there are no odd after effects. It is just something kind and trustworthy that you can rely on. This kind of dependability is more important than we are willing to recognize. In addition, if you are someone who wakes up with a dry mouth or morning breath, you should try drinking a small amount of fennel tea first thing in the morning after you have finished brushing your teeth. At the same time as it provides your stomach a gentle start to the day, it also revitalizes your mouth. Also, don't forget that you may cultivate fennel in your own backyard. You should plant a few seeds in a pot on the porch if you have an interest in gardening. It has a lovely appearance, and once it is grown, you will be able to harvest your own seeds for tea. Putting to use something that you have grown with your own 2 hands is a unique and remarkable experience. My experience has even led me to meet people who drink fennel tea to alleviate mild coughing or tickles in their throat. This is especially helpful when you have been talking a lot or when you are dealing with dry air because it coats the throat and feels calming. If you want to make the flavor more vibrant, stir in a single drop of lemon juice. There are several caregivers that I know who make it a habit to serve their elderly parents fennel tea every night after dinner. They claim that it improves their quality of sleep and makes them feel more comfortable throughout the night. In addition to becoming a part of the routine, it is an additional approach to demonstrate that you care. In conclusion, if you are seeking for a tea that is soothing, sweet, and curative, fennel could very well become your new beloved beverage. It is one of those unsung heroes that has always been there. We simply failed to recognize it. To this point, in the event that you have never had fennel tea before, this week might be the ideal time to begin. Take 1 cup of it after lunch or dinner for a period of 3 days. Be aware of how your body is feeling. Less heavy? Calm down? Do you feel less bloated? Then you would know that it is successful. Could you please tell me in the comments whether or not you have ever tried fennel tea? In order for me to know that you are a part of this healing journey with us, please type the word fennel below. And if you found this video to be helpful, please consider sending it to a friend or family member who could also benefit from some gentle encouragement. Apple slices added to fennel tea is yet another delightful way to enjoy this beverage. The only thing you need to do is prepare your tea. Add a few apple slices that are thin while the tea is still hot, and then wait a few minutes for them to infuse. It contributes a gentle fruity flavor that is reassuring and reminiscent of the past. Moreover, it gives the impression that the tea is a mild treat that does not include any sugar. It is ideal for sharing with a friend after dinner or for spending a pleasant evening together. It is even possible to apply a light compress made from fennel tea. If you ever experience moderate menstrual cramps or tightness in your stomach, soak a clean cloth in warm fennel tea and apply it over your stomach. This will help alleviate the discomfort. Take a seat, close your eyes, and just relax for a while. The combination of the warmth and the aroma produces a moment of tranquility, which is a potent kind of self-care for many younger women who are in their later years. And before we go on, I'd like to recommend one more idea. Prior to going to bed, mix chamomile and fennel tea together. Within a single mug, there is 1 bag of each. Fennel is beneficial for digestion, and chamomile is beneficial for sleep. Both of these foods are beneficial. A lullaby in a cup is what it is like. At each and every sip, there is no sweetness, no hassle, and nothing but ancient knowledge. The teas I shared today may have shocked you, but wait until you see what I have in store for you next. I'm going to leave a video on the screen right here that goes significantly further than that. It's all about the common meals that the majority of people are eating incorrectly while they are attempting to manage their diabetes. And believe me when I say that some of those things might be in your kitchen right now. Despite the fact that they appear to be healthy, the choices we are discussing are quite inconsequential and could either improve your blood sugar or quietly work against you, especially for those who are over the age of 60. The next video will explain what foods to consume, how to combine them, and when to consume them in order to achieve the best possible results. In addition, I will discuss the one mistake that individuals do when eating breakfast, which may be the reason why their blood sugar continues to spike even when they consume meals that are low in sugar. In spite of the fact that it is something that doctors rarely explain, once you comprehend it, everything begins to make sense. That video also contains a piece of advice that has the potential to completely alter the way you construct your plate from this point forward. In the event that you fail to recognize its significance, you may continue to struggle without being aware of the reason behind it. Therefore, do not exit the page or store it for a later time. Let's move on to the next step together by clicking on that video right now. Simply putting what is presented in that video into practice could result in improvements to your energy levels, your numbers, and even your sleep. Let's keep going together because you've already made it this far. You might be able to avoid months of frustration by taking the next few minutes. Let's meet up there.